What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Pineda Show. We talk all things money, real estate, and entrepreneurship. And in today's episode, for the very first time, I'm going to be revealing my stock portfolio with you. So let me start off by saying that I am very comfortable in my skin. I know the things I'm good at, I know the things I'm not good at. I am not a stock expert, at least not today. In fact, 2020 is my very first year trading stocks. And honestly, that's a big reason why I don't talk a lot about them. I like to talk about things that I know really well. It's not really cool talking about things that you don't know. But all that being said, many people have asked me about my stock portfolio, my thoughts on stocks, why I invest in them, why I don't invest in them. So I'm gonna give you all that in this video. So first off, let me tell you why I never invested until this year. Mainly it just had to do with opportunity cost. I knew that I could get way better returns flipping houses than I could in the stock market. Typically, stock traders are very happy making an 8% return on their money. But I know in real estate with flipping houses, I can make over 100% cash on cash return by flipping houses and using leverage. If I take $50,000 cash and I use it as a down payment on a flip, I know on that flip, I could potentially make $50,000. And so for me, as I was building my business, I had to use every single dollar I had towards buying the next flip, towards scaling my business, towards buying all these things we needed for business. And that was the best use of my money. And even as I raised private money and I wasn't having to use my own money as much, I was still reinvesting my money elsewhere in better situations. I was buying rental properties. I was buying studio equipment, spending a ton of money to build out this 5,000 square foot office. There's a whole bunch of business and real estate opportunities that I've been putting my money towards. But all that being said, as my wealth has grown, it's become time to diversify. I'm doing everything I want to do in business and real estate, and we do have extra money on the side that I'm willing to invest. On top of that, with the pandemic, I realized that the market was a great opportunity. I actually made my first deposit into my account. I traded with Morgan Stanley for $100,000 back on March 26th. If you guys remember, that was when the market was really low. I just figured there was no way it could go any lower. This was a temporary thing. And I had told many people that I thought we were gonna be in a V-shaped recovery. And so I put my money where my mouth was and put $100,000 into the account. After that, I bought some stocks. They were getting good returns. The market was going up. So I put another $82,000 into my account. Continued buying stocks, and now I have the portfolio I'm about to show you. So let me mention a couple of other things before I show you the portfolio. Number one, I invest with a SEP IRA. Now, I use the SEP IRA for many reasons, mainly because it gives me the biggest tax deduction that I can take this year. I'm able to put $54,000 away every year into this IRA account. And the cool thing is, I don't pay any tax on that money today. Now, I will have to pay tax on it down the road when I'm retired, but I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about limiting my tax bill today when I'm making a lot of money. And that's part of the reason I don't like other retirement accounts, because they don't help my tax bill today. I'm still getting taxed on that money, and then I'm getting after-tax money into the account. To be honest, I don't really care about my retirement account. My retirement account is gonna be my real estate portfolio, my businesses, and everything else I do. If I'm gonna invest into a retirement account, I want it to deduct my taxes today while I'm young. The other reason I like the SEP IRA is because I can invest in real estate with it. So up until this point, I was buying properties within my SEP IRA and flipping them. So I was doing what I do best. And all of those flips were tax-free within the SEP IRA. Now, as I said, I'm gonna pay tax on that down the road when I take it out, but for now, I can flip completely tax-free. But I ended up taking the majority of that SEP IRA money that I was using for flips, and I put it in the market like I just said. So let me just show you where my portfolio is at currently, since that's why you're watching the video. As of today, it's worth about $250,000. So it's up almost 40% from my initial investment. During that time, I've taken some gains, as you guys can see, and reinvested them into other stocks. Now, just because I'm up that much, do I think that I am just the best investor ever? Not at all. In fact, I'm not even making most of the decisions. As I've mentioned in other real estate videos, I use private investors to fund a lot of my real estate deals. And one of those private investors is actually a professional stock trader. That's how he made his wealth. And he's been doing this for many, many years. And so when I got in the stock market, I said, just invest my money. Tell me what to buy. I don't know what I should buy. And so the majority of things in my portfolio were not picked by me. He's given me reasons why we picked them initially, but honestly, I don't really care. It's something I'm not too worried about. All I care about is it going up or not? And honestly, I believe that if anyone would have just bought when I bought, they would have ended up with similar results. I haven't looked at any graphs to prove that, but for me, I think it was really about good timing as well. Everyone looks like an expert in a bull market, right? Even some guy who's never invested in stocks before. But I will talk about some picks that I personally did make because I didn't go on all of his advice. One of those picks, as you guys can see, is Tesla. That is my biggest holding, and that was something against what he wanted me to do. He's not a big believer in Tesla, but obviously I am because I drive one, I understand the technology, I think that they're the future, and so that has been a great trade for me. I bought them early on, and then I sold off for some gains, and then I bought back in before they did the split, and now I'm just holding. Are they probably overvalued? Sure, but I'm holding them for the long haul. I don't really feel like selling them. They're a great company. But I've also been burned by other electric car companies. Look no further than Nikola. Now, to be completely honest, the reason I bought Nikola was because I had so much success with Tesla, and I'm like, wow, okay, electric cars are gonna be the future. This is crazy. And Nikola was doing really good. They had a lot of momentum, and then boom, all this drama with their CEO happened. They got this fake semi rolling down a hill. Then yesterday, GM announced that they were backing out of the deal. So I'm down a lot of money on Nikola, and I don't expect to ever see it again. It's probably gonna end up like my crypto investments from a couple of years ago. And if you want me to talk about those crypto investments, I don't really want to, but I'll make a video on it if you comment below. Some of the other companies that I bought on my own were Microsoft and IBM. I'm a big fan of tech. I like that Microsoft owns LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn is one of those companies that is gonna move up. They were also in talks to buy TikTok, so that's one of the reasons that I bought them. Now, even though they didn't get TikTok, I still am holding on to them because I think it's Microsoft. They're gonna end up innovating and doing something. So this is gonna be really random, but hear me out. One of the things I wanted to buy back in March was Del Taco. It was trading at like $2 or $3. And there was no rhyme or reason behind it other than I love Del Taco and I think it's gonna succeed in the long term. And being new, I was just listening to my private investor and he didn't really like Del Taco too much, so I said, all right, whatever, I'm not gonna buy it. He said the financials and everything didn't look that good. And sure enough, Del Taco's worth like $9 or $10 today. I wish I would've just took the whole $180,000 and put in Del Taco, but it is what it is. What are you gonna do? Now I own some of it, but not nearly as much as I wanna own. But I will say, going forward, as I learn the stock market more and as I make more decisions for myself, one thing has become clear to me. I'm not a fan of looking at charts. I'm not a fan of reading financial statements and all that stuff. I know that they're important, trust me, I know. But for me, at the end of the day, I don't have time for that. I've got a bunch of other opportunities like I talked about. My investing strategy is most likely gonna be picking companies that I really like, companies that I am a user of, companies that I believe are gonna do great in the future, like Tesla. They may not have the financials to support what they're doing, but as a user and as somebody who's trying to think about how the future is gonna be, I think they're gonna be amazing. And I'm sure there are other people that invest this way. If you're one of those people, definitely comment below. But I prefer to just go with my gut. I'm not a very analytical person. If the company seems like a great company built for the long haul, I'm sure their stock price is gonna go up with it. And that's how I'm gonna choose to invest. And to be honest, as it relates to this account, even though it is a lot of money, it's probably only 5% of my net worth. So it's not like I'm spending a ton of time trying to just figure this out and maximize it. The majority of my net worth is in real estate and my businesses. And I shouldn't even say that because I'm not even counting what my businesses could be worth. I'm just talking about things you can actually figure out on paper with equity, with cash, and those types of things. But regardless of that, it's just not really worth my time to analyze stocks and try and become an expert at it. One day I might develop into one, but I have no desire to do that today. I find joy in buying real estate and building businesses and creating content. And so I think that's a big lesson for everyone here watching is that you don't have to be an expert in everything. I'm perfectly comfortable in my skin not being a stock expert. You wanna know real estate and business and social media and those types of things? Sure, I'd love to talk to you about it, and I feel like I have the authority to do that. But you wanna know about stocks? Don't really talk to me. Talk to somebody else who really lives and breathes that. Even if they don't have a big portfolio, they still may know what they're talking about. And it's also a good reminder to know that if you aren't good at something, acknowledge that and find somebody else who is to do it for you. I've been doing that with real estate forever, but I'm also doing that in stocks with having someone else pick my stocks for me. I'll still make a decision on my own here or there, but I'm really relying on my private investor to do it for me because he's the expert. Why am I gonna try and reinvent the wheel? deal. But anyways, hope you guys got great value out of this video. Do me a big favor, make sure you hit the like button if you did. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Make sure you follow me on all the socials. Until next time, take care. Hold up guys, I just realized after filming that I missed my one chance to be like the rest of the finance YouTubers and push Webull. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Webull is a new stock trading platform that is giving 6 free stocks if you deposit $100. And the crazy part about those 6 free stocks is they could be valued up to $1,600. And if you want to take advantage of that deal, all you got to do is click my link below. Now, I don't know why Webull's reached out to me or even given me an affiliate, because obviously I don't know what I'm talking about with stocks, but do not let that stop you from getting your 6 free stocks by taking advantage of the deal. And that's all I got. Now I can truly call myself a finance YouTuber. Peace.